KD Custom Woodworking. I'm Kevin Dunphy. Today, I've been called by a friend, and he has a problem with his heat pump. And if you know, in Canada, it's like we're getting heat pumps, and we're supposed to put pixie dust on these to keep these things running up here in the cold climate. Here, we've had minus 20 at night, which is unheard of by the ocean, but we've had about a week and a half of January. He's away, and I suspected this because in our area, uh, it's like this gold rush. You might see trucks driving around, green energy, green this, green that, and but I haven't seen too many central units. All right, like doing the whole house. So he was having trouble. He spent literally thousands of dollars. I think he spent about were units on like that he bought and supposed to be a warranty are coming back multiple times. So he asked me, I'm not here to fix it, I'm just here to troubleshoot it, to look for something stupid, to see what's going on. So let's go take a look. Now, I see this at 16, all right? And what I've done is I've taken it off. It ran on batteries. Well, I'm going to show you one sec. Okay, see this C wire right here to the left, right there, number C. That's supposed to run on its own power. Like, you shouldn't be having the batteries in there. I took the batteries and I put them out, and guess what? They worked. The other thing I don't like is this thermostat looks like pretty old, eh? You know, I wouldn't mind like another one here. Now, it's 16. I just set it to 22. You had here the emergency heat. I think I put a heat. I turned emergency heat off. All right? He had a nasty surprise. He had a heating bill of over $400. And to me, what that said, the emergency heat was running, might have kicked in. There's a safety feature with this where when it gets minus 20, it shuts off. So now right here, I put the unit 16. I set it to 22. It kicked in a bit, and then it stopped. Why? I mean, in repair bills? Holy moly. Man, oh man. I'm going to say this out loud. Oh my God. What's happened is they've grown so fast, these companies, they don't have experienced technicians. And, you know, you're dealing with this type of heat pump. You got a unit outside and inside. A lot of the new manufacturers have dumbed it up. They've only put 2 wires because apparently 7 wires makes it too complicated for the new installers. So really watch it. I've called for our house, and we ended up with a guy came in, had a nice green car. I said, I want a central unit. It's, you know, don't forget, 2,000 square foot, three floors of that little attic. You see the video on the loft conversion, which is going to be out of this world. He said to me, well, why don't you get a split and put some baseboards in? I said, no way. No way. And he said, while we're at it, we'll put a heat recovery in the house. So 3 systems. Heat recovery. He says, yeah, I'll take the humidity out. Meh, wrong. Heat recoveries are not dehumidifiers. And I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. They're poorly installed. They're quick money for contractors. And the reason is you got a plastic little pipe and you're putting it in attics a lot of times, and you got hot and cold. All of a sudden, it's just like some science experiment. Did you ever see The Martian when he was up there? And he actually put plastic with hot and cold air heating, and water came down. He had plants there to grow them. All right? Now, I don't want some friggin' science experiment up in the attic. And I know this from experience. But I see this all the time. Then you got to pay for 2 heating systems. So I said essential unit. And he's like, oh, okay. 25, 35, 40. What? I don't want you guys to come here and renovate the house. I just want a ductwork going straight up. I'll leave a highway for you to go straight up and branches out. I'll make it so friggin' easy. Like, I'll make sure it's accommodated. You won't be fighting with the ductwork. They couldn't do it. They couldn't even recommend a system. I found a couple. They're Chinese. They're the next ones. They're DC inverters, which mean they can go to minus 20, where this system can only go to about minus 10. So he's paying the price right now. They have oil, and then this is our problem with part. I'm not here to get political with the government, but this is really our big problem up here. We don't have enough electricity to really start heating homes and running cars. All right, I'm going to say it. And we also need training, but when I say training, what I mean is it takes a long time, I think, to be able to service these properly. And, you know, no disrespect to the company that installed it. Mind you, I would never call them. But he came here and said he was going to call Texas. Or I was like, what? Call Texas? I opened the door for him. I was like, what? Texas? Why do I want to call Texas? And anyways, he couldn't troubleshoot it. And then they've had 2 wires here for this system. And I know the system needs about 7 wires to run it with emergency heat. So what I'm about to say is really have to do your own research. You have to look at this. And here's another big problem that they had. And I don't know how much this screwed up the system. If somebody below could weigh in on this, and I'd love to hear this one. Come on, let's take the camera. I'm going way down. Way down. Okay, so this is their air handler. Right now, it's going because I turned it on there. And we see here, that's the return that's going. So, if I failed math, let me know on this. All right, so I got this duct, this duct, this duct. All right. Now this goes up. This is the heat straight up here. Going, all right. Right now it's already leaking. We got little branches going here. Going up 4 inches. Oh man, look at this. Talk about spiral. Holy moly. Wow. And then they got it like opening up here. Yeah, that's open. Wow. Okay. That's a new way of doing it. They're really, I mean, it's kind of, and then they go here with this giant duct all the way down. So they have it open at that end, and then they have it open here. You feel the air coming out there. So I don't know how much pressure these guys have lost. Now here's the kicker. They got a dual system with gas right here, oil I should say. All right. Oh, unbelievable. All right. All right. I feel like I'm on Homes episode. So they got these 2 connected. All the air, all you have to do is open this. All the air is going back down into this furnace. There's supposed to be a valve here or something to cut this off. Wow. Yeah, folks. And then let's put a ductwork 50 feet down here. And look at this. Open again. And their heat pump is outside. and let's find out if it's working. Quiet as a bell, eh? All fucking ice up on top. This thing is not working. Not working. All right, so what I have to tell Dave is up here. Like I said, he's a friend of mine, eh? I'm not doing this to badmouth. But let's go take a peek here. Trying to grab a ladder here. Hopefully I'm using a chair. All right, let's see how this thing gets. Okay, so there's a wiring right here. And it looks like they got two. I have no reason why, but... And then they got their circuit board here. Kind of... Wow. All I can recommend to Dave is this thing all has to be looked at, and he has to deal with this. Unbelievable. Why this is so bad? So this is forcing air here. Okay, let me explain this. So the air is coming from here, going here, in here, right, going through the unit, and then the air is going back. Don't forget, this side is pulling, but now it's getting pushed. I mean, am I wrong here? Am I being a little too picky? So he's got the, basically he has the fan running, and his heat pump's not even turned on. Maybe I'm a little too hard, eh? Today it's -2, it's not -10. And nothing. Not a thing, nothing. See, what they did is they got two wire systems. They got this wire system going here, going all the way around, going into the house. It's going into the house. And then they got the new one going up. So something's wacky here. All right, I'm gonna leave it. Like, you know, I'd love to check the wiring, but you know, you have to take all this off and really troubleshoot it. But it's not my expertise. But unbelievable.